At center, standing at 7'1", number 27,
there is no better way to start off the new year. Than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Thunder. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Utah, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some people say they're playing above their heads. I think we're just starting to realize how good this team is.
And the starting group for the Spurs and for Utah. Wow, what better way to start a new year than with NBA hoops. Craig, not feeling tired, are you? We got a long way to go here, partner.
Oh, I'm feeling good. Hopefully, these players can say the same. I'm sure many of them did stay up a wee bit past their bedtime last night.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Gobert with a screen on Powell. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, Murphy essentially lives on the arc. His job is to provide his team with consistent outside shooting.
For three, Durant. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Hits it from three-point range.
And nice shot by Tatum, answering the three from the other end.
Pass to Powell. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. The wide open look for Durant. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Here's Tatum. The shake. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Six to shoot. Goes up on the wing. And again, it's Utah.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Powell. And the foul on the closer. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
a screen on Tatum. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Talked to Will Hardy a little while ago. Well, we talked about how difficult a matchup Joel Embiid can be for a defense. Coach told me it's all about not letting him get established down low and making him try to beat us with longer shots. If we do that, I think we'll be fine. Of course, saying it on the sidelines is one thing and doing it on the court, quite another. Guys?
Thanks, David. And that one's good.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
And now, the first timeout called here for the Spurs.
Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 34 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
Spurs trail by 6. And an unfortunate trend for the Utah Jazz stand the past couple seasons, losing the battle of possessions.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's hard to overcome. When you turn the ball over at a high rate, and then it's a great finish! Oh, my gosh.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Parker kicks to Tatum. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Tatum's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Jazz. Durant just inside the line. Can't nail the jumper.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Pass to Parker. And here's Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Parker. From outside the arc. Powell pulls it in. Spurs trail by 7. Shot clock at 5. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just good aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
And so Powell will bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 4. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
Yeah, they needed some extra time to get it done, but at the end of the day, a win's a win.
The Jazz shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. Spurs trail by 6. To the paint. Embiid inside. Defended by Gobert. San Antonio again missing. Jazz have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And slam dunk by Tatum.
What a move by Tatum. Finishing strong at the rim.
For San Antonio, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. San Antonio calls timeout.
Make some noise and get out of your seat for your new podcast.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. 4th, Norman Powell.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Durant against Grant. Lets it go from the wing. KD with the bucket. KD's got 5 now.
Anywhere Durant can find a shot, he can make a shot. That certainly includes the mid-range.
And here is Tatum. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
KD finds Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Utah comes into this one after the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them.
Outside, KD. Pass to Embiid. Gobert with the block.
Well, you have to be aware of Gobert on the floor. He's got a few Defensive Player of the Year trophies.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
The Spurs making a switch here. Embiid the screen. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
And Butler is someone any coach would love to have. You see why with passes like these.
Has to Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Tatum with another miss. Spurs trail by 5.
2 minutes.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. Last season, he played outstanding. 2nd in field goal percentage. And one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. Inside, here's Tatum. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it. Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
That's a big-time move by Jason Tatum. I don't know how many style points you give him on that one.
1:15 left in the first quarter. Pass to Caruso. From past the arc, hits the three-point bomb.
25.
He has 5.
Yeah, those passing skills are just part of what makes Caruso a valuable piece.
To the middle. Gobert with it. Grant outside. Gobert with a screen for Grant. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. .41 seconds left to play here in the first. Tatum down low. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Spurs trail by 7. Pass to Embiid. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And the sheer size of Embiid poses so many problems for the opponent, and he's using it well to score inside against him.
24 seconds left here in the first quarter. Tatum looking around. Basket good. Tatum's got 18 points in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Puts up a deep 3. And no good that time. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Utah Jazz. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll return shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
Spurs trail by 5. On the court right now for the Spurs. Pass to Durant. Here's Caruso. His last outing, he had 8 points. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked out, and sometimes I'll get the block. I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. And that one falls for Tatum. So Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is. Yeah, that's his second made three of the quarter, third of the game so far.
Oh, the lob to Parker. Stolen by Durant, and the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Caruso. Pass to Embiid. Down low. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Gobert with it. Up and in on the layup. And the Jazz lead by 1. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Jazz ball, number 13.
T.J. McConnell is checked in for the Jazz. San Antonio making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
So it's the Spurs now. Caruso with the ball. Nothing on the board. Rebounded by the Jazz. They've led by as much as 10. In this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs. Parker's shot is off. San Antonio's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Chalk up 2 there.
Don't sleep on Embiid's ability to create for his teammates, and it helps draw defensive attention away from his attack.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 1. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
And you know what time it is, Jazz fans. Let's get loud right now for your Jazz Breakers dance group.
The 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. In third, the Jazz. Number 5, the Spurs.
I mean, these clubs are almost a mirror image of one another in that regard. You look at the rebounding numbers, really impressive just how physically dominant they both are in the paint.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. High post, Gobert. And the rejection by Embiid.
So agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. When it comes to players who like having fun, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
And he knocks down the first one. Stan, you know, you think about Jimmy Butler, and you and I are fans of his game. Talk about a guy who calls it like he sees it, though. My goodness.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Look, Jimmy's never going to hold back. He'll call out his teammates. He'll call out opponents. He'll call out the referees. This guy acts with no fear.
Just don't call out the broadcasters, right? We want to stay out of his range.
And he would have no reason to.
Exactly. Tatum gets the bucket.
Well, when it comes to his jump shooting, Tatum is extremely efficient in catch-and-shoot situations.
Spurs have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Pass to Durant. To the paint. Here's Embiid. For 3. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Well, I don't know what you're supposed to do about that. Tatum unguardable at times.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Caruso. Shoots. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Castle. Shot clock at 6. Latrey sinks the triple. Now it's a 5-point Utah lead.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Durant deciding where to go with it. Caruso against McConnell. Embiid the screen. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Tatum from 3.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Spurs trail by 6. Pass to Caruso. He takes it in. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow. Utah's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. Now, Gobert. Parker outside. Here's Castle. The 3 from Tatum. San Antonio with the rebound. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the inside. Joel Embiid. Too big.
Oh, strong work inside to fend off the D and finish. He'll battle you down low every time.
Here's McConnell. Outside Tatum. Offline with his 3. San Antonio trailing here. Embiid inside. Gobert on him. And Embiid throws it down.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. You stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They seem to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum.
And here's a look at numbers for Kevin Durant. How he performed last season. He was around 12 points per game last year. 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I loved having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of the team.
Takes a 3. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Here's Tatum. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Utah trailing here. To end the cold streak, drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 8.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Powell. Here's KD. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Tatum passes to Parker. Jacks up a 3. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Now it's a 4-point Utah lead.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
We've got 1:18 left in the first half of the game. He's covered by McConnell, and the layup is good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Tatum. 28 points for him. Pass to McConnell. Parker left side.
Number 1. That's his
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for 2, Parker.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good by Parker.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
That one misses. Spurs trail by 3. Outside, KD. Flinging the screen for KD. The rebound by the Jazz.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And the dunk by Parker.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Parker against Durant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
And he makes the first.
Katie, one of the most prolific scorers in the NBA. The intrigue is how he does it with his stature.
Grant, he's checked in for Utah. The Spurs also with the sub. Jackson's checked in. Durant nails both of them.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
Yeah, there's that added strength of Tatum really helping him down low.
Puts up a deep three. The shot will not fall. And some good action for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Jazz lead by 5. And just now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Just staying aggressive. Just continue to get in the gym and see something go in. It feels good to see him go in early. And so good to have us have a good start. Hopefully we keep it up.
Yeah, it was flowing great in that first half, Jay. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Player of the Month awards are in. Let's check them out. Since we got a little time on our hands here, you guys got any big plans for tonight?
Not me. I'm just going to take it easy. I'm pretty worn out.
Yeah, you've been burning those midnight oils, man. You been hitting the clubs or something?
Nah, just putting up with you guys. It's exhausting.
Changing topics now. How impressive was Jason Tatum in that first half?
Well, how about the game Tatum is having?
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
Spurs trail by 5. Connects on the foul line jumper. He's got 8.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And for San Antonio. Pass to Gobert. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That one on Embiid.
So strong. Gobert just goes through the bump. You have to hammer him now.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Team foul. After line for the Jazz, Rudy Gobert. Shooting 1.
A free throw drops for Gobert. Man, we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah.
Payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Pass to Embiid. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Rim rocker, Joel Embiid.
What a scary sight. Joel Embiid with all that momentum taking it to the hoop, looking like a freight train.
Utah leading by 4. Now here's Tatum. He has 30. And slam dunk by Gobert.
The knee just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And San Antonio shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Back to Powell. Goes up from the top of the key. And another basket for San Antonio.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Pass to Tatum. Good on the three-point shot. Tatum's got 33 points.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Spurs trail by 7. Drives to the hoop. Stolen away. Gobert to... Whoa! Tatum capping off the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice lob there, and what a leap by Tatum. You just have to admire that kind of play.
Pass to Powell. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Inside, here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Jazz leading by 7. And Will Hardy has called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy.
All right, fans, it's dance cam time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching.
Check in for Grant. Well, let's take this chance now to bring up the rookies at the head of their class in steals this past month. You look at Parker, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
And if those numbers show us anything, it's how good he is at picking up on ball handlers' tendencies and knowing when to make his move.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. For the 3, cans it from downtown. Parker's got 12 points in the game.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Pass to Embiid. Over to the left wing. Now here's Powell. Clock at 6. Goes up on the high post. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
To Gobert. San Antonio with the rebound. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. To the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. Parker with it. Right side Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the elbow. Solid shot by Tatum with the defender right there.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Outside Tatum. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Spurs trail by 9. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Oh, great feed by Durant. There's way more than scoring to his offensive game.
Utah's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Oh, the lob to Parker. Tatum down low. 37 points for him. San Antonio's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50%. Oh! What a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Parker looking around. Lets the 3 fly. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. It's Powell on the wing. He's got 7. Puts up a 3. Drains the three-pointer. And now just a 1-point Jazz lead.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline for the Jazz. Miller's checked in for Gobert. Walker comes in for Jason Tatum. And Castle is subbed in for Trey Murphy. Miller with a screen on Caruso. To the middle. And Miller throws it down hard.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Spurs.
And so Caruso will bring up the ball for San Antonio. It's a 3-point game. Jackson with the screen. For the tie. The shot that time, not on target. Jazz have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Pass to Parker. And here's Miller. 5 to shoot. Pulls it from 20. Rebounds San Antonio. Now here's Caruso. There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. The shot misses. Jazz leading by 3. Yes! And the foul. It goes on Donovan Clingan.
Well, that was a creative move. Decided to have a little fun out there, apparently.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
Spurs trail by 6. 1:32 left in the third quarter. Shoots a fader. It doesn't go for him.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
Outside, Walker. Walker is screen on Caruso. Really left alone that time. And now it's a 9-point Jazz lead.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
50 seconds left in the third. And he knocks down the jumper.
And Caruso knows how to catch defenses off guard. Great work off that catch.
Miller sets a screen for Parker. And the Jazz on another 3.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
.26 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Walker, out to Parker. And Klingon pulls it down. Down low, poked loose. He gets it up. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Get up and make some noise.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Jazz leading by 10. Tatum passes to Parker. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his third assist on the night.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And for the Spurs, sinks the three-pointer.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Outside Tatum. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Well, look, you're talking about one of the more dynamic scorers in this league. Jason Tatum putting on a show.
So it's the Spurs now. They trail by 11. Pass to Powell. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Back to KD. Just 4 to shoot. To the paint. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. The Jazz making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. Embiid, he's checked in for the Spurs. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. And here's Tatum for three. The Jazz with another miss.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes. You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Outside Tatum. It's good from long range. Tatum's got 42 in the game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Launches a three, buries the long-range jumper.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Parker outside, takes the three. Rebounds San Antonio. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Crosses over. Great D that time from Tatum. Jazz leading by 7. Parker outside. And finished off by Booker.
And This sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Pass to Embiid. The strength of Embiid on display.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength. Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Powell. Embiid sets the pick for Powell. Lets it go with the three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Parker. The way up missed. Spurs trail by 9. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Gobert with a screen on Powell. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Jazz lead by 12.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, no question, Joel Embiid is page 1 on the scouting report. Maybe page 2 and 3 as well. He is a handful.
Jazz leading by 10. Here's the three. Buries it from three-point range.
Another big play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Back to Durant. Spurs passing it around. Powell, no one around him. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Back to Parker. And Utah again with the bucket.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Pass to Embiid. This one for 3. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range that's 9 more than he had in the first.
Spurs foul, number 1. Second personal foul. First team foul.
The inbound, and the Jazz another 3.
He chucks up a lot of threes. Murphy clapping back in a hurry.
Pass to Powell. Six on the shot clock. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
The flush by Tatum.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Spurs trail by 15.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Inside. Here's Embiid. with the power. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Fires the three. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Powell. Now here's Embiid. Fades. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 5 rebounds tonight. And he could not get them one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
Second team foul. At the line for the Jazz.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and, you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But, you know, they make your pick public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Utah.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jason Tatum.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Both good from the line that time. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Miller outside. Down low. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes a step back. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Here's McConnell. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
They set the screen. Back to Miller. And it's Miller with the jam. So it's Utah easily grabbing the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll do it, folks. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Jason Tatum.